Good day, students. Today we will have a revision lesson for our Social Studies Grade 2. And during this revision lesson, we will do it in the form of an open book test. You will require your Social Studies student book to complete the test. Your teacher, myself, I will ask you the question, and in turn you will look up the answers in your student book. The questions will be set and the answers will be on the pages provided for you. So in other words, we are going to have a look at a section in our student book, Social Studies Grade 2 student book. I'm going to read a few pages for you. And then with that said, we are going to have a look at a few questions and see if we can identify these questions' answers in the pages that we read beforehand. So let's start. Let's first have a look at the questions, then go to the reading pieces, and then we will have a look at the questions again, and then have a look at the answers. Our first question. This is in the section of other achievements of early people. Question 1 on page 86. Name three of the goods that Phoenicians traded in. Question 2 on page 86 as well. Choose the correct answer. In the bracket, the Phoenicians were highly skilled what? Horsemen or sailors? Number 3 on page 87. The Phoenicians developed a simple alphabet consisting of what or how many symbols? Question number 4, page 87 as well. The 22 symbols each represented a what? Question 5 on page 88. Choose the correct answer in the brackets. The Phoenicians were known for their expensive what? Green cloth or purple cloth? Question 6 on page 88 as well. Choose the correct answer. The dye for their purple cloth came from what? Sea snail or sea urchins? On page 88 again, question 7. Choose the correct answer in the brackets. The Phoenicians learned how to make glass by cooking a fire on what? Sea sand or stormy waters? And this brings us to our 7 questions for this revision lesson. Let's go to our book. In our student book on page 86, we are going to have to read there as well as page 87 and page 88. Let's start on page 86. Other achievements of early people. The small strip of land between Mediterranean Sea and the mountains of Lebanon was the land of the Phoenicians. So there we have a picture of the Phoenicians, and it looks like they have a trading post there and someone selling and buying goods. So there are Phoenician traders in that picture. The Phoenicians were highly skilled sailors, navigators, and shipbuilders. They took their dyed fabrics, cedar wood, ceramics, glass, metals, crops, and oils from port to port. They also transported explorers and traders to distant lands. The Phoenicians' warships escorted merchant ships. Phoenicians' warships escorted merchant ships. On page 87, the Phoenicians developed a simple alphabet. It consisted of 22 symbols that each represented a sound. There we have a picture or a diagram of the Phoenician alphabet. And then going on to page 88 is our last page that we would need for our lesson today, our revision lesson, to be able to answer the questions. The Phoenicians were known for their expensive purple cloth. The dye for the cloth came from the Mediterranean sea snails. The cloth was so difficult and expensive to make that only the very wealthy could afford to buy it. There we have a picture of someone wearing the purple cloth or robe, and then there is a picture of the sea snail shell that they used. The Phoenicians also learned to make glass. They discovered this when they landed on a beach and made a cooking fire. To their surprise, the fire melted the sand into liquid. This later cooled and hardened to form glass. Phoenicians glass was very expensive. So there are our pages that we're going to need to answer the questions in our open book test that we are going to do for revision now. Going to our questions. Question number 1. Name 3 of the goods that the Phoenicians traded in. So there, if we go to our answer keys, we will find the answers here. And those 3 were dyed fabrics, glass metals, cedar wood, crops, and oils. Any 3 of these would be an acceptable answer. Question number 2. Choose the correct answers in the brackets. The Phoenicians were highly skilled what? Sailors. They were highly skilled sailors. The Phoenicians developed a simple alphabet consisting of 22 symbols. 22 would be the correct answer there for question 3. Question 4, page 87. The 22 symbols each represented a what? It represented a sound. And this, just for interest's sake, is how sound is measured using devices and decibels. Question number 5 on page 88, we will find that answer. Choose the correct answer in the bracket. And the correct answer was the Phoenicians were known for their expensive purple cloth. It was very easy because we gave you the clue. Question number 6. We would find this on page 88. Choose the correct answer. The dye for the purple cloth came from sea snails, not sea urchins. And the last question, question number 7, also found on page 88. Choose the correct answer in the bracket. The Phoenicians learned how to make glass by cooking a fire on sea sand, not a stormy sea or anything like that. So a sea sand there, it was actually done purely by accident. And this basically is our lesson of revision for Social Studies Grade 2 for today. Once again, we found this information in our student book on page 86, 87, and page 88.